The worst part about genuinely having a good time is realizing you're already gonna miss it before it's even over. And it's not just obvious endings either. Not graduation ceremonies or moving trucks or final goodbyes where everyone already knows that a chapter is closing. More like those random normal moments where your brain suddenly becomes aware that something is temporary while it's still happening. Like when you're in a car with friends late at night and thinking, this exact combination of people is probably never gonna happen again. Or sitting in your room after a long day and realizing that the version of your life that you're currently considered normal is quietly disappearing. This happens to you most when you're actually happy, which sounds backwards because you think happiness would pull you more into the present moment. But sometimes it almost does the exact opposite. Sometimes being happy makes you hyper aware that the moment has an expiry date. You feel that part of your brain already grieving the moment early. It can be completely random moments, walking out of sports practice in the sunset, sitting in someone's car for a random Chipotle run, even hearing certain people laugh in the background during class. And instead of just experiencing the moment normally, your brain suddenly zooms out and starts viewing it like a future memory. And the weirdest part is that nothing even has to be wrong. Nobody has to move away. Nothing bad has to happen. The moment itself can be completely fine, but the second your brain realizes that this won't last forever, the moment immediately starts feeling different. It's almost like your brain splits into two people for a second. One version of you still living the experience normally, while the other already standing in the future looking back at it nostalgically. That's why certain periods of life feel so emotionally intense while they're happening, because you become conscious of their temporarity before they end. Little kids aren't thinking that their phases of life are temporary, they're just existing normally. But at some point, probably during your teenage years, your awareness of time shifted. You stopped experiencing life as a permanent present and started experiencing it as a sequences of eras, or phases that you might call it. And once that happens, everything feels more fragile. Summers stop feeling infinite. Your friends stop feeling permanent. Even certain songs start feeling dangerous emotionally because they're a direct path of reconnection to a version of yourself that doesn't fully exist anymore. Modern life makes this feeling even stronger because now we document everything constantly. Photos, videos, Snapchat memories, camera rolls, old TikToks, archived messages. You're constantly creating evidence that moments are disappearing. Years ago, memories faded more naturally, but now you can reopen random moments from 3 years ago instantly in perfect 4K detail. Your brain is almost trained to see the present as future nostalgia while it's still happening. Every attempt where we desperately try to capture a memory like a firefly in a jar gives us that flicker of awareness and grief of the memory already being gone. You know eventually there will come a day where you would do anything to experience that exact normal moment one more time. That's why sometimes you avoid being fully present during good periods of life. Because fully appreciating something also means fully accepting that it can end. But at the same time, this anticipatory nostalgia is what makes moments worth it in the first place. Even if it hurts a little, there's something beautiful about being conscious enough to realize that a moment matters to you.